Let's discuss accident and injuries. Accident, injury, and injuries are causing mortality. They are causing morbidity. They are causing disability. They are damaging human lives. Persons who are survived from other diseases, they may die due to accidents and injuries. So we need to control accidents and injuries. We will discuss this session according to following learning objectives. We will define what are accidents, what are injuries, what are various types of accidents like domestic, railway, industrial, what are causes of accidents, and what is prevention of these accidents. Then we will differentiate between accidents and disasters. In the end, we will summarize the session. So let's start with the definition. What is accident? It is unexpected, it is unplanned occurrence of an event which may cause or which may involve an injury. And WHO advisory group defined accident as unpremeditated event that results in recognizable damage. It is the occurrence of, in a sequence of events which usually produce unintended injury. It can cause death, it can cause property damage. So accident cause loss of human life, they can cause loss of property. These are accident. What is injury? Any lesion in the body due to acute exposure to energy. There is exposure to energy which is beyond the physiological tolerance. We can tolerate energy to a certain extent. Energy which is beyond to our tolerance, it will cause injury, or it can cause fractures, it can cause damage. And what are what is epidemiology of injuries? Injury as a disease like malaria. Host of malaria is human being. What is agent? Agent is Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium ovale, and vector is a mosquito, female Anopheles mosquito. Mosquito bites and transfer disease to human beings, which causes malaria. And what is skull fracture? It is caused in human beings. It is caused due to mechanical injury, like motorcycle accident. Motorcycle can be a vector in skull fracture, and interaction is crash. There is crash. Person rides a bike, he crashes, he gets mechanical injury, and there is skull fracture, which is lethal, which can cause death. In 90s, most common diseases were lower respiratory tract infection, diarrhea, prenatal conditions, unipolar major depression, ischemic heart disease, stroke was present, TB was present, HIV was present, there was measles, road traffic injuries. It was at ninth number. Road traffic injuries were at ninth number in 1990, and congenital disorder. In the year 2020, road traffic accidents are at number 3. They are third major cause of mortality and morbidity in the world nowadays after ischemic heart disease and depression. So their incidence has significantly increased. Road traffic accidents are increased. Why? Due to increased number of vehicles, due to poor infrastructure, road traffic accidents is increased, then there is stroke, COPD, and other diseases. So we have compared these two cars. Road traffic accidents were at 9, now they are at 3. What is problem statement? What it causes? It can cause mortality. What is proportionate mortality rate? Number of deaths due to road traffic accidents out of total 100 total deaths. Like number of deaths due to road traffic accident is 20, total death is 100. So proportional mortality rate is 20% due to accidents. It can be number of deaths per million population. How many people are dying from 1 million population due to accidents? People who are killed in road traffic accidents, it is defined as any person who was killed outright or at space, place, or who died within 30 days. So duration is 30 days. The person may die on the spot, or he may die after 30 within 30 days. This is called death due to accident. Death rate per thousand registered vehicles are registered, their number is increasing, so death is also increasing. Number of accident or fatalities as a ratio of number of vehicles per kilometer or passenger per kilometer. A person rides a bike or rides a car, vulnerability to accident increases. It can cause morbidity. Injury can be slight, injury can be mild, injury can be moderate, or injury can be severe. It can cause serious injury like head injury. Head injury is very severe form of injury due to accidents. It causes disability, temporary or permanent disability. Person may lose his or her limb. There is partial or total disability. So he or she may become disabled. These are various pictures which are showing accidents due to increased number of vehicles. World is facing problem of accidents. Like accidents are third most major cause of death nowadays. Accidents are endemic all over the world. They are present. Accidents are major cause of death in the age group of 10 to 24 years because these people, they drive fast, they have lack of knowledge, lack of awareness, so their accidents are common in this age group. This can be a university MCQ. In developed countries like America, UK, 57% of male death and 43% of female death from 10 to 24 years were due to accidents. This is quite a huge number. That persons of 10 to 20 years of age, 57% male are dying due to accidents and 43% female are dying due to accidents. Road traffic accidents and drowning are the main cause of death in that age group. After accident, there is drowning. In Southeast Asian region countries, out of total 5.1 million accident deaths in the world, one fourth deaths due to traffic accidents are in Southeast Asian countries. There are 5.1 million. So thousands of children saved from nutritional and infectious disease are killed by accidents. We save them from nutritional disease, we save them from communicable disease, but they are killed in accidents. What are various types of accidents? Most common road traffic accidents. Then there are domestic accidents like drowning, burning, falls. There are industrial accidents. There are railway accidents. There is violence. These are various types of accidents. Accident must have certain causes. These causes are human causes, environmental causes, and psychological causes. Human causes like age, 10 to 24 years, age is vulnerable to accidents. Accidents are predominant in male. There is lack of education. There are psychological factors. A person is suffering from anxiety or stress. If he or she are driving a car, they are prone to accident. Lack of body protection, lack of protective measures, lack of airbags in the cars, lack of maintenance of vehicles, environmental factors like road factors, poor infrastructure related to vehicles, poor maintenance of vehicles, bad weather, fog, smog, rain, snowfall. There is mixed traffic from both sides. They are responsible for accidents. There, there are predisposing factors like increased vulnerability and risk. It is common in those who are suffering from psychological disorder, who are tired, who are fatigued. So these are various factors of accidents. We can say that human error or human factor, environmental factors, and psychological factors. These are responsible for accidents. So we need to control all of them. We need to train our human beings. We need to control anxiety. We need to control depression. We need to maintain vehicles. We should avoid driving during bad weather or avoid driving during night. We should improve our infrastructure. We should counsel the person. We should treat mental illness. Now we'll discuss road traffic accidents. Road safety is no accidents. Road safety can avoid accidents. It can prevent accidents. It was a slogan by World Health Organization in the year 2004. So they worked on road safety. 85% of all road traffic accident deaths they occur in developing countries like Pakistan, India, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and in African countries, and nearly half in Asia Pacific countries. India has one of the largest highway and road networks, second only to US. Cost population of India is 1.5 is more than 200 million, 2000 million, 1000 million. So infrastructure, there is greater infrastructure in India, but these roads they are prone to accidents, prone to development of accidents. Now, what are the causes of accidents? How accidents develop or how accidents in developing countries differ from developed countries? There are differences because there is road safety in developed countries. There are rules and regulations in developed countries. There is maintenance of vehicles in developed countries. There is implementation of laws in developed countries. But in developing countries, two-wheelers like motorbikes, they are involved. Persons who are walking, they are more involved in accidents. So bike riders and pedestrians, they are most common cause of accident in Pakistan or in developing world. Now, there are large number of old and poorly maintained vehicles, overloaded buses. Overloading is a common problem in our rural areas. Poorly maintained vehicles of previous models, they are responsible for accidents. Disregard towards traffic rules. There are traffic rules, but they are not implemented. People don't give regard to traffic rules, which is causing accident. Like you can see from this picture, that rickshaw is struck by a motorbike. It can cause serious injury to rickshaw driver. And accidents are common due to poor road standards. Like the road standards are poor in our country. It is causing accidents. Unusual behavior of human beings and animals. This is also a common problem in our country, like you can see here. Behavior is unusual, it can cause accidents. This person is in danger. Unusual behavior of cars are not well maintained. These are the factors which are involved in accidents. Now, we will discuss domestic accidents. Accidents which can take place at home or inside home or in its surrounding. They are not connected to road traffic accidents. They are called domestic accidents. What are common domestic accidents? Drowning, burns by flame, hot liquid, electricity, crackles, chemicals, falls, injury by sharp objects or bite by animals. These are the common domestic accidents or household accidents. Then there are industrial accidents. 580 million workers are working in industry in Southeast Asian region, and 60 to 80% are in small scale units, which is causing accidents. Then there is railway system is present in our country. This is causing railway accidents in India and in Pakistan. There is increase in number of trains, more number of passengers, and poor infrastructure of railway. Trains are not maintained. This is causing accidents. There is violence. What is violence? Risk factor for violent behavior are exposure to violence, societal acceptability of violence from home, or availability of lethal weapon at home. Some person keep weapons at home. They are causing domestic violence. Consumption of alcohol. This is also causing domestic violence. People tend to kill others. People tend to injure others due to these. Now, how can we prevent accidents? Multi-sectorial approach is required for prevention of accidents. Integrated approach is required for prevention of accidents. First, we need to collect data. We should have data regarding accidents. We should have a reporting system. Accidents should be reported. We need to conduct surveys. We need to know regarding risk factors. What are various circumstances? What was chain of event in an accident? No effective system of prevention without data collection. Yes, data collection is mandatory. We need to know about number of accidents, number of deaths due to accidents, what were the factors which are involved in accidents, factors regarding infrastructure. We need to know about infrastructure, so we need data. Safety education. Accident is a disease, education is a vaccine. So we can say that this disease is controlled by vaccine of education. We need to educate our people regarding prevention of accidents, regarding use of seat belts, regarding traffic rules, regarding training in first aid. Drivers should be trained regarding maintenance of vehicles. What is safe driving? So this is education regarding accidents. Promotion of safety measures. Safety measures is mandated like helmets. Certain randomized controlled trial before and after comparison studies showed that after using helmets, severity of injuries due to accidents reduced. After using seat belts, severity of injuries due to accidents is reduced. There should be leather clothing and boots. We should use them. So we should have personal protective measures. We should protect the vehicles. So education is required in this regard. We need to educate our community, and this education should be started from school level. Media can play an important role. Our mass media, our TV, our radio, and promotion of safety measures. Children should be on back seats. There should be parking at suitable places. Low beam headlights. But in our countries, people don't use low beam headlights. There is no concept of child on back seats. There is no concept of parking at suitable places. People use mobile during driving. This is causing accidents. Door locks. We should have child locks. There is proper vehicle design. We should avoid alcohol and drugs before and during driving. Alcohol and other drugs, they are causing 30 to 50% of road traffic accidents. What are other drugs? Barbiturates, amphetamine, these should be avoided. What is primary care during to prevent accidents? We should plan, we should organize and manage. Our planning, organization, and management of trauma Emergency management is important. Pakistan, a few hospitals, health system is fragile. We have poor system of emergency management or emergency care. Our place, our site of accident is far from the hospital. When a person reaches the hospital, he or she may die. We need trained ambulance staff, like in case of cervical injury. We should stabilize the neck. That can prevent the death. Emergency care should begin at the site. That this is most important. Trained ambulance staff. It should continue toward the hospital. Trauma care hospital in all major cities are need of the hour. We should have trauma care hospital in our all major cities like Lahore, Karachi, Islamabad, Sialkot, Gujranwala. And we should eliminate the risk factor or causative factors. Improper road should be eliminated. Roads should be proper. There should be speed limits. There should be signboards. We should mark danger points. Fire guards should be present. Safety equipment should be used. There should be safe storage of drug, poison, and weapons to stop domestic violence. Law should be enforced. Drivers should be checked periodically, annually for his or her medical fitness. Alcohol concentration should be reduced. There should be a driving test, both written and practical. Seat belts should be mandatory. Speed limit should be mandatory. Helmets, vehicles, inspection. This is very important. In our country, vehicle inspection is not proper. It is poor. So this is causing a lot of accidents. Periodic examination of drivers. And we need rehabilitation measures like medical, psychological, as physiological rehabilitation. If a person has become disabled after an accident, we need to provide medical rehabilitation measures, social rehabilitation measures, occupational measures. We need to change the occupation of driver after accident. There should be research. Yeah, these are very signboards. Slow down, accident prone area. Now, a person is being transferred in the ambulance to the hospital. Care should be provided in the ambulance. It should continue till towards hospitals. So we need proper ambulance. What is difference between accident and disaster? Difference of scale. Accidents are on smaller scale. Disasters on larger scale. Both cause damage, but disaster may damage ecosystem. It can damage infrastructure. Disasters are on massive scale like earthquakes, flood. There is population migration during disasters. Now we'll summarize what we have discussed. We have discussed accidents, injuries. We have discussed causes of accidents. Why accidents are common? They are common in Southeast Asian region. They are common in India and Pakistan. Why they are common? Lack of education. They are common in age group of 15 to 24 years. So there are human factors. There are environmental factors. There are psychological factors. We need to address human, environmental, and psychological factors to prevent the accidents. What are the causes? Like infrastructure is poor, there is lack of knowledge, there is lack of awareness, lack of implementation of laws, lack of use of seat belts, use of helmets is rare. It causes damage. So we can prevent by proper system, proper infrastructure, integrated system is required. Our multi-sectorial approach is required in this regard. We need to train human. We need to stop alcohol. We need to stop drugs. We need to stop mobile phone during driving. These small things can reduce mortality, can reduce morbidity, can reduce disability. Drivers should be trained. They should be educated. There should be a driving test. Seat belts, helmets are mandatory. So we can say that legislation is very important, and implementation of legislation. Implementation of rules and regulations is important. We should implement seat belts. We should implement helmets. There should be speed limit. There should be street lights. There should be heavy fines. Heavy fines should be imposed. And drivers should be trained. Drivers should be banned if they are not if obeying the laws. That's how we can reduce the number of accidents. There are 5.1 million deaths due to accident in developing world. We can reduce these number of deaths. We can reduce disability. We can reduce morbidity. So accidents are third major cause of death after ischemic heart disease and mental disorders nowadays. People prone to accidents are from 15 to 24 years who are using alcohol, who are tired and driving the vehicle, they are prone to accidents, or vehicles which are not maintained. So we need to assess the vehicles, we need to check the vehicles, we need to implement the laws, and most important, we need to educate our community. Education should be started from schools, continue to till colleges, and mass media, social media, TV, radio, they can play an important role in educating people. That's all.